Hello, I'm Andrew Pritchard. Thank you for watching today's Canada Regional Forecast brought to you by Nutrient Ag Solutions. Well, as we wake up on Tuesday morning, we can take a look at the jet stream here. We've got a big trough over the Great Lakes, and that's funneling some cold air into the central and the eastern United States. But as we head through the next week or so, we're watching a bit of a pattern flip where we see this trough over the Great Lakes push east. We see a ridge briefly build into the central U.S., before we watch another major trough set up over the western United States, and that's going to kick storm systems across the central United States into the Midwest and eventually the Northeast over the next week to 10 days. And what does that mean for us then? We can go ahead and watch this. Here's that ridge briefly before we set up a trough over the western United States. We see storm systems kicking across the Midwest into the Northeast. What does that mean for us here in the Canadian Prairie region? Well, it means we continue to really miss out on any heavy precipitation as it, again, focuses across the Central Plains through the Midwest into the Northeast. You look here across the Canadian Prairie region, maybe getting in on the northern edge of that storm system over the back half of the weekend, but that's been kind of the name of the game over the last few weeks, just trying to get in on some of the action off to the south across the upper Midwest, where it's been very active, across the upper Midwest of the United States, I should say. Here's a look at the European model's precipitation type forecast, and there you see it. I'm going to go ahead and pause it here, and we can watch quiet all the way through Thursday. It's on Friday and then Saturday that we see this major storm system begin to develop over the Central Plains with snow across the upper Midwest, perhaps some snow falling here again, very close to the United States and the Canadian border here. But the snow really does do its best job. Here you can see it there to stay south of the Canadian border. So maybe some snow in southern Alberta and then very close to the United States border here as far as Saskatchewan and Manitoba are talking, but really not looking at any significant precipitation across any of the three Canadian provinces there, across the high production regions, the Canadian Prairie regions over the next few days. And here's the total snowfall forecast. Again, maybe southern Alberta getting in on some of that, maybe very close to the border with the United States. But generally speaking, no major snowfall to talk about as we get all the way through the weekend. Temperatures, what does this setup mean for that? Well, we're going to continue to funnel in some cold temperatures to the northern plains and the Canadian Prairie region here. This is what it looks like right now in terms of temperature anomalies across the entire region on Tuesday. We'll see kind of this first wave of cold air get lifted off to the northeast, but reinforcing shots keep it generally below average across this entire region. So kind of flirting with that 5 to 10 degrees below average threshold across the Canadian prairies, at least through the beginning of next week. As always, Eric Snodgrass will have an in-depth look at the evolution of the next 1 to 2 weeks in our Thursday morning ag forecast video. You can catch your next regional forecast right here on Friday morning. Have a great day.